Hello and welcome back to my videos. In this video we want to speak about the Docker and how we can basically set up a RabbitMQ to a Docker environment. It's pretty simple. So let's begin. The first you want to do is creating the Docker compose, and then we are ready to do this. We will use the version 3.7 and the service should be RabbitMQ 3. And then we need the image, should be the RabbitMQ, and then we want to say the monuments. If you don't use the monuments, then you will create a version where you can't log in for the web interface and see all the queues. You need to do this based on the API request and something like that. I love this one I'm developing, because then it's giving me the overview of what's happening when I do something. And then we need to say the environment, and the environment should be RabbitMQ elink cookie, and this is the secret key, so let's say secret cookie here. That's fine. It's to bind the message to the server, so if one person go inside and take the message, it can unlock this, so it's secure. The volume, and then we need the data, it's the local, and then we need var lib RabbitMQ, that's the data from RabbitMQ. And the last one we need is the ports, because we need to administrate this from outside. Again, if you don't need this, you can just leave it away. So let's go in for the terminal and then test the composer file. And we just say docker compose up, and then it should downloading the RabbitMQ. It could take a little moment based on your internet connection. And then it's setting it up. And we can do this, and we have an error. Let me check what's happening here. About maybe I have an error some places. Let's do it again and see what's happening. Nope, it still have a bug. So I'll just see what's happening here. Just for fun, I have seen that before on Windows. If you have the volume on Windows, it doesn't work. So let's do it one more time. And RabbitMQ is starting, and that's perfect. So let's go in for the browser here and say reload here, and now it's RabbitMQ, it's working. The default user and the password will be guest, and that's okay. And you can see we have nothing down. We have no queues here, so that's working as it should be. I'll just going back here so we don't have so big a screen, and I can close it down. So let's test one more time about the volume to see what's happening. I'll just see about having a spelling error or something like that. No. So it's probably the same issue I've hitting in on Mongo database, where you're using the NGFS file system on Windows. That's where I'm recording. And then in the Linux you have the ext4, and not always the data files is creating for this file system will not working. So in this case I can't show you this, but I'm pretty sure if you're running on a Linux box on a Mac, that lines could be used. I will keep this in my documentation on GitHub, so you can download the code. You can see the links below in the description. So thank you for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoy, and I hope you want to subscribe my channel to get more awesome videos from me. And I hope you will give it a like, put a comments if you have some questions or feedback for me, and I hope you would put it in your playlist so you always can find my videos. Thank you so much, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.